Hey, this is Brother Barnes, and I'm working on a Density Lab Excel lab report. This is going to be draft 1. In this draft, what I want to do under every topic, title, theory, introduction, question, materials, discussion, conclusions, and the like, is to just simply write 2 to 3 sentences under every topic, put placeholders in as needed, and in draft 2 I think I'm going to add some pictures, and in draft 3 maybe a little bit more content, pictures, and then that would be a great time for a peer review. The final copy might be the final step. I don't know how many stages that I'm going to go through with you, but let's get started with draft 1 anyway. One of the things that I thought of before I started this was that we needed to get this font at about 14. Let's get it big enough where you can see what I'm doing. I don't want to increase it on this page because I don't have much room, but let's go to this final page and let's bring that up to about 14 as well. Let's increase the font so that you can easily see what is being done. Let's go back to introduction and methods. This is a lab report format that I have at darrellbarnes.blog. There's a download format that you can copy and paste. That's what I did here. Let's get rid of this top portion. So I want you to have a title with your name, team members listed, and the date of submission. So let's do that. Let's call this a density lab report. And as I said, this is going to be very rudimentary. And let's put Darrell Barnes. How about let's do like this, team members. Darrell Barnes, and then maybe let's just do like this, other team members. Okay, that looks good, like that. And the date due is just going to be a placeholder for me. It'll be whenever we get finished is what it will be. Date due. When you or I get finished, that will be when this is due. You may have a date due, so you please respect your date due in your class. Theory, introduction, purpose, and research. I'm going to just call this introduction. And I'll think about some of those other things to include as well. All right. Density is a property of matter that relates to its mass and its volume. Density is a derived unit since it is made of 2 fundamental units, mass and volume. All right, let's make this easy. Question or hypothesis. We'll put a italics. The question that we posed in class, or our hypothesis, basically that's a better way to put it. Our hypothesis was that if water is 1 gram per cc, then we expect the density of wood to be less than 1 gram per cc since it floats in water. That is our hypothesis. Doesn't really tell how we're going to measure it, does it? Let's go back and let's go to materials, methods, and procedures. All right, I tell you what, let's expand this a little bit. And what do we have? Density lab report. Okay, let's say that for beginners, we probably will want to brush this hypothesis up as we go along, but we want to say that the mass of wooden blocks will be measured in grams, and the volume will be approximated by measurement of the 3 dimensions of volume, which is height, width, and depth. The mass will be measured in grams, and the volume. That sounds more like a method, doesn't it? Let's take that and move that down. That doesn't sound like that even fits. Hold on a second. Let's go with cut, and let's paste that. All right, good. And let's get that back up to 14 so that you can see that. As I told you, I wanted you just to kind of brainstorm really fast and just get something started. Remember, with our data and analysis, we've already done a graphic analysis and a statistical analysis. We have our data represented, so there's not a lot to do on this page. We'll leave this to a later stage to fine-tune just a little bit. Let's go to discussion. All right. Well, you know what? We have to go back to data to do a discussion. Notice that the heaviest piece of wood, or heaviest, that's probably not the right way to say it. The most dense piece of wood had a density of 0.72 grams per cc, and the least was 0.37. Notice that the average was 0.5. And this gives quartile representations. That's what a box and whisker plot does. But the average is 0.5. That's less than half, or that is half of 1, isn't it? It's less than 1. It's exactly half of 1. So this is evidence that wood would float in the water. It is less dense than water. So let's go over and make a comment about this discussion. Our experimental average density for the blocks of wood measured was 0.5 grams per cc. Water has a mass of 1 gram per cc. The density of much less than water explains its ability to float in the water. This sounds so trifling, I know, but it is a start, and we have to begin somewhere. Calculation of experimental error, experimental value minus accepted value. This might be something that each individual person could do for theirs. Like, for instance, if this person had 0.72 and the average was 0.5, then they could do an experimental value on that. Which leads me to one other part of the discussion. All of this data clustered down in the middle, this is data from a pine block, or pine blocks, and this is data from an oak block. This one possibly may be singing out of tune just a little bit. It is not an outlier. I've done the calculation on that, even though it kind of looks like an outlier. And I'll probably show you how to do the calculations later on that. Not now, though. Conclusion. Okay, I am not... After calculation of experimental error, let's say this. Each experimenter could do an experimental error on their individual the highest density recorded in this experiment was 0.72 grams per cc. The problem with calculating an experimental error for this block lies in the fact that it is hardwood, likely oak. It is therefore likely an accurate measurement. The 0.5 gram per cc average is thus pushed a bit high, since the 0.72 gram per cc density is included in the data. Conclusion. Evaluate the hypothesis or question and include sources of error. This right here actually kind of fits in conclusion, doesn't it? So does this. Our experimental average for the blocks of wood measured was that water has the density of much lead and water explains its ability to float in the water. You know what? I think I'm going to do discussion and conclusion here. And just put all of this together, because this all somewhat fits together, doesn't it? This is very rudimentary, folks, estudiantes, but it is a start. And even if it is a very basic start, it's a start. We have filled in the blanks. We've got a few placeholders. Haven't done much with this middle page. Let's go to discussion. We kind of clumped some things together because it looks like this fits together. I think we're going to end right here with draft 1. In draft 2, we'll probably put in some pictures and keep working on some of the content. Draft 3, more content. After that would be a great time for peer review and then maybe a final copy possibly.